Hello friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Hilary and today I will be starting my March vlog. So today is 3rd of March, if I'm correct. I haven't read anything previously. I did start yesterday the first book of March, and that is the Spindle Splintered by Alix Harrow. It's a very short book, 128 pages if I remember correctly, and it is a Sleeping Beauty Briar Rose retelling. It's about the girl living in our world that has an incurable disease, and she's right at that point that most of the people have died and nobody has lived longer than she. And it is her birthday, and her friend will makes her the ultimate Sleeping Beauty experience because she loves it. And while she pricks her finger, she goes into Briar Rose fairy tale, although the fairy tale itself isn't the one that we know, but a little bit different and should be a little bit darker. So as I said before, I have listened to it about 1/3, I think. I think it was a 3-hour audiobook and have listened 1 hour. And something really bothered me, and I figured it out this morning. It really feels like a fanfiction. It is written in a very simple way, and also there is a lot of culture references, and a lot of it, like there is already like 5 times mentioned Harry Potter references and other things, and it really gives me the fanfiction vibe, but not a good fanfiction. For example, I do like to read fanfictions where we insert some kind of character into the book and we'll see her how she changes the world. So it is very similar to that. However, I'm not liking it. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. What else I will be reading, I have no idea. I'm just watching Bookishly Nerdy's video where she reads different kind of romances, and she mentioned Heidi's Guide to 4-Letter Words that she really enjoys, and I'm kind of interested, so I might be reading that next, who knows? But I should get to the Dragon Republic definitely this month. I'm also working in the background a new TBR game. I started signing this new TBR game in fall last year, I think around that time. I do want to make it Fae themed. However, as most things that I do, it got overly complicated and I put it on hold. And now watching the book bingo and these kinds of videos, I got another idea. So for next 3 months I will be testing the game out. I have already figured out a couple of problem sites, and if it works I will be designing some sort of a proper game. Right now I have just regular papers and things, so very lowly made, but then I'll maybe bring it. And it is seasonal, that's why I can't bring it, for example, in May, because it is involved in the 3 months of the season. Additionally, I'm also preparing for the Lycanius trilogy review. So I have marked a couple of the really good quotes and passages I really love, and also here are the 3 most important scenes that I went back and back again, because we got more information about specific scenes, and I just needed to read it with a new perspective. So I really loved this series. I actually want to reread it. Also, I ordered Wheel of Times, the first 3 books, so maybe I'll start reading that in April. I will be rereading it alongside with my husband. He has already read it but wants to reread it again, especially just to refresh some memories and also for the TV show. So we'll be reading that, I think, together and exchange some ideas and theories and everything else. So my plan for April to have a really loose TBR, I don't think that's gonna work. We'll see. But this is it for now. We'll see what happens, what I'm gonna pick next. I do have a short list of books to read, and also the themed reading vlog for Briar Rose that I should be starting to film additionally also. but yeah, I have been feeling the greatest. The motivation is very low, so I'll just try to get back to work and do some tasks that really need to be done. So today is Monday the 7th, so I haven't been here a little while. I think I lastly talked to you in Thursday or Friday. We did go to my countryside with my family on Saturday and we barbecued, so maybe I can put a video of my husband filming the meat. It was really delicious. We also barbecued some fish and just hang out, and it was really lovely. The weather was okay. It was really nice and sunny, a little bit windy, a little bit cold, but still okay. They do promise us this week minus 15 degrees, so I am scared of that, although that should have been just for one day, but we'll see. I think most of us want just spring, but with the dropping of like to the minus degrees and then again to the plus degrees, it does make that all the snow we have, that it won't be very muddy everywhere because the snow will melt and then freeze and melt and freeze, and then it doesn't get muddy, so yay for us in that sense. So what have I read? I do remember speaking about Spindle Splintered. I did finish that on Thursday. On Thursday to Saturday, I read Flames of Chaos by Amelia Hutchins. And as I think I have said before, that I have read from the Fake Chronicles of her, and oh boy. Fake Chronicles is a very smut that isn't, it's not 100% very good, but there's enough world building, enough plot. There are very steamy scenes. The characters have some personality in most cases, and it's a whole world. And it's decent. I personally love playing with the monster sub-series of that series the most, because I didn't like the main character, Cynthia, I think she was called, from the Fake Chronicles, because for me I thought that, yes, she wanted to be a badass, but then cried in every second scene. And I know, like, crying doesn't make you not badass, but she didn't do anything badass either. But for this series, the first book, we had no plot. The alpha male character, I know the author at the beginning writes that her male characters are assholes. They will be assholes. They are alpha male. They are domineering, everything else. And at the end, you might find that they have some redeeming qualities, and you may like them, but not always. But for me, he was too bipolar, firstly, because okay, we get the reason why he is bipolar in 150 pages or so, but still, his attitude and how he was treating the main character, whose name I can't remember, I didn't find it hot. And then at the end, also, there is we see that the main character is so brilliant in she telling us, but there are no little hints to that before. And she just saying, oh, but there was this, and I did that, and I did that, and I did that, and we don't know if she actually did that. So maybe I'm hoping just that the first book is bad, and hopefully it gets better, because like the Fake Chronicles also, they got better, they got worse at some point in the plot sense, but that was because everything went so out of hands in the plot wise, but we'll see. And yes, I'm referencing my reading journal because I have no recollections of anything. And after we got home from the barbecuing around, I think, 6 p.m., I decided to pick up Heidi's Guide to 4-Letter Words, and that was recommended to me by Bookishly Nerdy that got the recommendation from somewhere else, and she said that's a really amazing book to audiobook it. And I did, and I listened to the entire book that night. I didn't go to bed before I finished it. It's a 6-hour book, but I was listening to it mostly in 1.5 speed, I think. Over 6 hours, around there. And it was such a good, funny, contemporary romance book that I absolutely enjoyed. I laughed out loud a couple of times and had so much fun. There were some really cringy scenes that I had to put a pillow over my head because it was just so awkward to listen to it. I do better with the awkward romance comedies watching it, but sometimes also I need to like hide my face because it's so awkward and cringy. But it was such a good-natured book. So what is it about even? It's about a really shy, I think around 24-year-old woman that was a lower grade teacher, and unfortunately she got fired from her job. So she needs a new job, and she has a really hot neighbor that she kind of likes, but she's a bumbling idiot when he is near. And she gets a new job in a company that produces audiobooks as a secretary, but the audiobook company does erotica. So what she will do, she will get some friends and she will do a podcast where she reads smutty words, smutty scenes from these books, getting more confidence, and then trying to flirt with her neighbor. And honestly, it was such a funny book. I am thinking about buying it physically, although I do know that the audiobook version of it was so good. So I don't know, but I am thinking about buying it physically. I barely read any contemporary romance, and I don't think I would buy most of them because I wouldn't want to reread them. There is another one that I read last year from Alessandra Thor, I think, Black Laces or something like that, where the main character goes to a new company where they produce sexy lingerie, and she's one of the art designers, I think, maybe. And she and the boss will like kind of flirt, but the boss has a very high rule of no dating the co-workers. So you see their friendship building year after year, and it's such a good. They do flirt with each other, but they don't go further than that. But you see the tension building and building and building until the end. Years later, they will finally bang, and it was such a good romance. The tension was so high, the steaminess was there. I really, really loved it. Again, that's one of my favorite contemporary romance books. Maybe I'm gonna soon reread it, maybe in April. But that's about it. On Sunday, I did start Briar Rose by something, can't remember it. I'm reading it on my iPad because I got it on script. But I'm liking this one a lot more than the Spindle Splintered, and that's all I'm gonna tell you. So today is Saturday, the 12th of March, and I haven't read a lot in this week. I did finally finish yesterday the Briar Rose book, and I thought it was okay. I'm not sure, maybe it's just me not liking Sleeping Beauty retellings, but I am really excited about the next book I think I'm gonna take for that retelling, Princess of Shadows, I think it was called. Although it is Princess and the Pea retelling, there is the Sleeping Beauty aspect also in it. So maybe I'm tiny bit cheating, maybe not. We'll see about that book. However, I did start today on my Kindle Pride of the Sea by Emma Hamm, and I have been reading it today, and right now it's 3 o'clock. I have gotten to the 50%, so the latter half should be going quite fast. It's a little bit over 360 pages maybe, somewhere around there. And this is the third book in the Other Worlds series by Emma Hamm. The first one is, the first story is 2 books, and it's the Beauty and the Beast retelling, and the rest of them all contain one separate story, so you can read whatever you want. The stories are just taking place in one world, and usually involved with Fae and humans, or Fae, just Fae, or Fae in the human world, or whatever. And this one, as you might figure out, it's a Little Mermaid retelling of some sort. It is about merrows. These are like kind of mermaids, but their husband or male parts are really, really disgusting. And she finds a human that she will start loving. However, that human male isn't the best of characters. So we started with knowing he's a douchebag, then he was kind of good, and now we'll see where it goes. Also, there was just a scene with Leprechaun, so I'm really, really excited about this book. And I am enjoying this book so much that I think I'm gonna buy it physically. If not the whole series, then this book definitely, because I'm enjoying it really much. There are really good quotes in there, and I just enjoy this story. For the previous week, I have been really tired and not very well motivated, so the Briar Rose took a lot longer for me to read than I expected, but I have a game plan, so I think it's gonna work, especially if I finish today the Bride of the Sea, and then I have Sunday off. We're going to the countryside to visit my family, and then for the next week I have 2 main books that I do want to finish. One is, both are for Aurelia Readathon, and one is Nothing But Black and Teeth, and another one is the Project Hail Mary, and then get back to the retellings. And I'm really, really excited about Princess of Shadows series. It's again retellings of different fairy tales. Of the series is different stories of the retellings of different fairy tales. As you can see, I'm going just bonkers. But yeah, I'm really, really excited about this book, and I think it might be a 5-star, because I might be biased, but I'm really, really enjoying it, and the characters and the world and everything else. So I think I'm gonna come back 1 or 2 more times, and we'll see. Maybe I'm gonna finish this vlog today, so I can put the Aurelium in another vlog, or the later half of this. I'm not sure even what I'm doing, but I'll see you soon. Hi, so today is technically Monday the 14th, but I think I'm gonna finish the vlog here and start the second half of the March vlog with the beginning of the Aurelium Magical Readathon. So I did finish Bride of the Sea by Saturday, and I just enjoyed the story so much. I do admit the characters maybe weren't written the best, and they were written, some of the characters were written very pointedly for us not to like them, and by the end of the story, us maybe liking it more. It was a little bit in your face, but I still liked the general story, the characters. The Leprechaun was absolutely perfection. I really liked him, and I have so many questions about him, and I'm not sure if he was in the first story or maybe not. I'm not sure, and I'm interested in finding out, but probably not in the near future. I did give it 5 stars. I thought that it was very enjoyable mermaid retelling story. But I think that's it for this vlog. Thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this, and bye.